back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I'm your host with the most, Wendy O, and we are going to have a serious conversation. Serious conversation. Are you prepared for the Bitcoin rally? Plus, we've got some big XRP and Grayscale victories, as well as some more interesting information about Sam Bankman-Fried, and of course, all kinds of stuff too. Also, good morning to Lil D. Happy Blue Friday. Go Seahawks. Oh, I didn't realize that I was wearing blue today. So what happened was I just put on this dusty shirt because I couldn't figure out what to wear, and I look like somebody's dusty son, primarily Adam Sandler, because I didn't have enough time to do my hair this morning because I was screwing around, because that's kind of what I like to do. So we're kind of natural today. We're here, but I didn't feel like putting it up because I have to do it anyways, because what's going to happen is, and I watched it last night, because what happens today is that I have an event in the evening. And it's a running joke in the industry. Like, all the influencers, they know this. It doesn't matter where we are in the world. It doesn't matter if we're in Estonia, if we're in France, if we're in Singapore, if we're in LA, if we're in New York, Tennessee, or wherever. It doesn't matter. I go to bed at 10 p.m. PST. It doesn't matter. So this event that we have to go to tonight is, I get on a panel at 6 o'clock at night. You guys, I go to bed at 10. Like, I am sleeping. I don't care. And those of you that have met me at events, you guys know this. You have seen this. I go to bed at 10. Like, I go to bed at 10. So my lead is laughing at me. He's like, haha, it's going to be a long night for you. I said, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to, it's going to be a fun event, but I'm going to be tired. And it's just a running industry joke because everyone laughs at me. Like, I don't care where we are. I don't care how much money people are spending these parties. I like to be in bed by 10. But anyways, today's going to be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I look like Adam Sandler. This is totally Adam Sandler's shirt from Billy Madison. And I also, we're streaming on TikTok. Good morning, TikTokers. But we're going to talk about all this stuff because it's a massive win for XRP yesterday, a massive win. And we talk about XRP a lot on this channel, and people don't understand. There's a lot of fun things I don't like about XRP, but there's things that I do like, and people don't understand that. Like, when some of you get super invested in a project, you let your money take over, and it's important to do that. However, if you're investing in something, you're letting your emotions take over because you don't understand how to practice risk management, then that's a problem. Then you might not be responsible enough to invest. So the whole purpose of investing and trading in any type of crypto asset or any asset is to improve your quality of life. And if you're getting a worse quality of life because you don't know how to practice risk management and you married your bags, you're not going to do well. It also is a big sign of emotional not being intelligent. Like, you don't have good emotional intelligence, and that's not good. We don't want to do that. So let's talk about it, okay? I like Ripple. I like XRP. I love the fact that they stood up for the entire crypto community. It's a big deal. Like, most people don't understand this. Most people don't understand how case law work. And the fact that we got another part of the lawsuit dismissed, which we're going to cover it, because it was against the two executives, Larson and Garlinghouse. Okay. That's massive. Absolutely massive, because this essentially turns into case law. And no, I'm not an attorney. I do a lot of reading. I don't believe it or not. I do a lot of reading, and I also do a lot of self-education. And I also I've also been I've had a very interesting life, and I've been in very interesting life situations. And again, when I was studying, when I purchased my first home, there was non-disclosures with illegal permit, like illegal additions to the house. So what did I do? I wanted to sue the people because they lied to us and caused hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage. So what did I do? I started researching case law in real estate. I got my real estate license, and I shout out to Mr. Parker from the Squid Grow official chat, Mr. P, and with us. So what did I do? I looked at real estate case law. Why? Because with non-disclosures, I forgot what case it was. I think it happened in the 80s or 70s, 80s. But basically, because there was some sort of non-disclosure case that happened, and they had to use case law to come up with an answer, or they came up with an answer with that. But that case was consistently used in case law with non-disclosures, especially in California. So we ended up pressuring the sellers enough. I won them in small claims by myself, and then I sued them in court. And we ended up, and I presented all the evidence and stuff. I helped the attorney immensely. So I was able to actually get them to settle, and pretty much won the case because I had that knowledge. I educated myself. Now, with that being said, why am I telling this story? Why is it relevant? It's relevant because we're talking about a brand new industry that doesn't have any type of guidelines, that doesn't have any type of regulation. There's no case law. We don't have examples. So this is our example. So this is why the Ripple case matters. Congratulations. Hallelujah. You probably just learned a lot. A lot. We have 133 concurrent viewers, 33 likes. Smash the like. Give me 69 at minimum. At minimum. Okay? Blaze at 420. Does anyone know altcoin is going to dump or pump? Well, you can learn to read a chart. Okay? Now, with that being said, I got a lot of people are pissed off because XRP isn't moving. So let's go and take a look at the XRP price. Everything is up. The fact that HEX is up 20.4% in a bear market, congratulations. BSV 21.6%, yuck, but up 21, but it's up. Everything is up. XRP is only up 6.4%. Oh no, XRP is not pumping on the bullish news. Oh, it's never going to be anything. Nobody cares about it. Well, guess what? Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Let's use some critical thinking here. Let's go to trading view. Okay, let's take a look at the XRP price. Okay, we're trading here. We broke below this is the weekly chart. We broke below the trend line and we're heavy resistance at 53 cents. Technical analysis plays a big role, plays a massive role. We take a look at the daily chart. Look at the price action that we had yesterday. I think it was yesterday. 9%. 9%. I'll read that in a minute. 9%. It's a pretty nice pump, right? Pretty nice pump. I think the candle didn't close yesterday, so we got a massive pump yesterday. So another thing I want to do, let's go to CoinGecko. I want to show y'all something. I want to show you something. Okay. We're going to go to CoinGecko. We're going to go to cryptocurrencies. We're going to just, take a look. Take a look here. XRP is the 5th largest cryptocurrency by market cap. The 5th. $27 billion hairs, if I'm correct. I think it is. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Whatever. With that being said, it is. Do you know how much capital is needed to move a $27 billion market cap project? You know? Do you think about that? So, I'm not real good at math, but I've taken lots of math classes. You need a lot of capital to make that move. A lot. So basically, in order to make number go up, you would need a lot of money to come into the market, open like floodgates, and the number goes up, meaning a lot of people are going to have to buy. So let's talk about why XRP might not have pumped on this bullish news. United States of America is facing high levels of inflation. A lot of people that are currently in XRP, this is my opinion, have bought already and they're holding. They're not necessarily interested in buying more, or if they are, it's not a crazy amount yet. And in order for number to go up, you need a lot of buyers rushing in and buying. Another factor that you need to look at, and I'm not going to go through the market cap, analyzing all that, the mathematics and stuff behind it. You need to look at the total supply. You need to look at the current price. You need to look at the total market cap. You need to look at all those things. So if you're somebody who's like, it's not pumping, it's crying about it, you're probably going to have a horrible time staying poor because you can't critically think and you can't understand what type of market we're in. Is a bull market coming? I believe it is. Is it coming today? No. It takes time. Could we be in a bull market? Could be in the very early beginnings. But at the same time, we're not seeing things pump like you want them to. And a friendly reminder to many of you, the market does not care about your emotions. 5%, 2%, 3%, 1%, 4, 3, whatever. Repeat after me. I have an itch. The market, regardless if it stonks, traditional finance, crypto, I don't care. The market doesn't care about you. Okay? Unless you're a gazillionaire, unless you're a trillionaire, a billionaire, or you're injecting an F ton of money into the market, it doesn't care about you. Your $20 market buy or your $20 DCA buy doesn't matter. Okay? Does it help? Teeny tiny bit, but it's minuscule. Okay? So if you really believe in the fundamentals, if you believe in a project, you've done your due diligence, you practice good risk management, which meant you took some money off the table, or you have a plan, you're fine. So stop complaining about the price because nobody cares. Okay? And you're going to have a miserable time staying poor because you don't understand how market cycles work. You don't understand how market cap works or any of these things. Okay? And especially when we're talking about a market cap that's that big. What did I say it was? What did I say it was? Where are we? 27 billion, I think about. Something like that. I don't know. Doesn't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's 7 days, I think. But that being said, you can keep looking at price. Keep looking at the charts. And just, look and hope that it goes up and hope that the market cares about you, but it doesn't. That's why so many people are not good at trading, because they let their emotions get a hold of them. Now, with that being said, this should not take away from anything. We have 69 likes. We have 195 of you beautiful people. So give me 169. Stop being lazy. Yeah, it is tough love. Yeah, Mike bought it last year. No, I'm not angry today. I'm simply, is Tom Crown up in here? Where's Mr. Tom? Oh, shout out to Tom Crown. Go subscribe to his channel. Good morning to Raider, to Brian, to Queen, to Lil D, to Mike, to all the other amazing people in here, to John Legend. But listen, if you're part of the O Army, you're patient, you're calculated, you critically think, you use your mind, and you don't whine. Okay? It's acceptable to whine if you have a plan to improve your quality of life. But if you're sitting out here whining, nobody cares. Okay. Now, that being said, let's talk about the cool things that are happening. Yes, it's tough love. And this is the reason why my audience does immensely well, is because I don't coddle you. I don't want to coddle you. I don't want to hold your hand. I want you to do it yourself, because I believe that you can. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin, we finally broke above the 28.7 area. We got a swing wick high yesterday all the way to $30,200. Why did this happen? This happened probably because of bullish news of XRP. It was probably a good catalyst. Okay. We sustained above the trend line. We broke above. We sustained. And we got a swing wick high. Okay, cool. I'm tracking my kid right now. Can't say why. That's a whole nother story. Of fun things I've had to deal with this week. So I'm just not in the mood. But with that, neither here nor there. But the fact that we stayed above, we got the swing wick high here. I don't like this high wick, but we haven't closed yet. But MACD, market cipher, we looking good. We're cooking. But you see here, getting a little bit of a pullback. And this is 4 hours. So we might get that retrace here to about 29.2, which we did tap on. If we break down below, I would look for a full retrace back down to 28.7. Just as long as we sustain, we are good. If you would like to use my ref link, it's in the chat. It's a FemX ref link. They're a partner of the show. You can go ahead and use it. That helps to support me in the channel. However, if you do decide to use it, you need to do your due diligence. And you need to understand that not your keys, not your coins, all that jazz. Blah, 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 blah. 223. Give me 200 likes. 206 likes. All right. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin. Do you want to trade this? Great. Looks like we might have a bit of a deeper retrace, but that's fine. It's part of the deal. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty details. So Mr. Deaton came out swinging today. Or yesterday. As I said, the SEC was never going to take this to trial. And this was on the post of James K. Phelan. Case dismissed against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. And as it should be. So let's go over this, okay? Let's do a quick recap, because this is what we like to do. We love to give information. I get you guys the information out as fast as I possibly can. I left the gym yesterday, and I was sitting in my car, and I'm literally recording. I'm making sure I get the correct information, and then TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all the platforms. And shout out to Mixing for sending this to me, because I was in the gym lifting. But this is how we do it on the show. Recap. December 2020, SEC filed a civil action against Ripple. CEO Garlinghouse and Executive Chairman Larson. They alleged that in the beginning of 2013, distributions of XRP should have been registered as a security. SEC claimed Garlinghouse and Larson aided and abetted Ripple in violating securities laws in those XRP transactions. The latest. SEC dropped the charges against Garlinghouse and Larson. The lawsuit now only involves Ripple as a company. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Brad said, because this is amazing. Today was an even better day. Ripple 3, SEC 0. In all seriousness, Chris and I, in a case involving no claims of fraud or misrepresentations, were targeted by the SEC in a ruthless attempt to personally ruin us and the company. So many have worked hard to build over the decade. The SEC repeatedly kept its eye off the ball while secretly meeting with the likes of SBF, failing again and again to protect U.S. consumers' businesses. How many millions of taxpayer dollars were wasted? Feels good to be finally vindicated. It goes without saying, and this makes my heart right now. this gets me hype. This gets me hype. It gets me excited and it makes me very proud to do what I do in this industry because he's right. The SEC is funded by American taxpayer dollars plus all of the money that they fine people for. Okay. They allow trafficking and all other things to happen. Banks do. Cool. Pay a $75 million fine for that. Cool. Or $6 million fine, whatever it is. Banks continuously are legally allowed to scam you, and that's okay. Nobody cares though. Okay. No one cares. It goes without saying, but I truly work with the best lawyers in the business, including but not limited to Alroy, Deborah McCrimmon from Ripple, and Gottlieb. Matt Solomon. Heartfelt thank you for your leadership, wisdom, and friendship. This is a very beautiful thing to say. Very beautiful thing to say. Because can you imagine open a pizza shop? And it's just what you wanted to do. It just was something that was so special to you. You had the grit, you had the drive, you had a vision that you successfully executed, and you started a business. And you started a business that made you so happy. And then the FDA or the food inspector, they come in and say, nope, you can't do this anymore. Because why? I don't know why. I don't even know why. But they just say no. They don't give you a reason. They just say, no, you can't open the shop. No reason. That's what happened to Ripple. That's what happened to LBRY. That's what happened to Ripple. That happened to Coinbase. That happened to, you name a company, it's happened to them. There are bad actors in crypto, yes, and I'm not excluding them. I'm not saying they shouldn't be in trouble. I am simply saying you should be able to be an entrepreneur in the United States of America. You should be given guidelines on how you can operate, and they should be fair guidelines. And taxpayer dollars should not be abused. And that's what happened with Ripple. And that's what's happening with the entire crypto industry. That's why Ripple, 80% of their workforce is located outside the US. And that's why Coinbase and Gemini and A16Z and name a company, they've got businesses, or they've got overseas licenses to do things overseas. They open shop overseas. Why? Because we don't know what we can and can't do in the United States of America. But it's okay. We're experiencing high levels of inflation. Americans can't even buy food and shelter. And we want to take our taxpayer dollars and we want to send it to your mom.com, God knows where. And then we want to waste it on frivolous lawsuits like this. Okay, this is what's happening. This is real. So this makes me happy that they were vindicated. It makes me happy that it was dismissed, that most of it was dismissed. They shouldn't have been involved in it at all, unless they committed fraud, and they didn't. But again, SBF, that's okay. Because FTX and Alameda was a big part of the crypto contagion, massive part. But nobody cares. Because if you follow the money, where'd that money go to? Y'all are smart, and it's not blue versus red. But where'd that money go to? Who's sitting in the White House? Who put Gary into power? Who went after Ripple? You're smarter than that, you know. You're smarter than that. 257, 131 likes. Give me 169. Give it to me hard. As Queen said, no lies detected here. Banks out here funding, you know what? Yep. Blue versus red is the ultimate distraction. And just like what Hotep Jesus says, I think he said black versus white is the ultimate distraction also. That's why our podcast is called Black and White Podcast. Because it is a distraction. Because it's easier to pit people against each other, especially in America with social issues. Do they exist? To an extent, yes. But it's easy to do that because it preys on our emotions because we're a big melting pot. But that's okay. That's okay. All right. What is this? That's okay. It is us versus them. And this is the thing. This is why I love capitalism, non-corporate capitalism. Because if you have a community and it's meshed with all, let's say green people, it's meshed with all green people, guess what? You build within your community. When capitalism is allowed, you build, you start businesses, you hire your own, you hire local people from the community, you buy from your local community, you donate to your local community, and everybody flourishes, everybody wins. Kids get good schooling, businesses do well, they're able to pay higher wages, everybody keeps it on the blocks. Those are the old Italian American communities back in Brooklyn. That's how those operated. And there's a lot of other communities that do the same. And again, it's not, I'm just putting that into your mind, okay? That's how you fix social issues. You introduce non-corporate capitalism and you let those communities thrive. You let those communities operate business within their culture, within their people. And if they thrive, everybody's got access to more money. What does money allow? Better products and services. We just fix America right here. But what do I know? I'm just an idiot on the internet. Now, let's keep it rolling. Shout out to the East Coast. I love my family, Brooklyn, baby. Oh yeah, smash a like. Get me up to 169. Stop the grifting up in here. We don't do the grifting here. Now over here. This is from Big Cases Bot. What is this? Oh, I got to take a look at that in a minute. All right, this is from Big Cases Bot. New filing, Securities and Exchange Commission versus Ripple Labs, doc, letter addressed to, what is this to? What is this? Oh, it's a voluntary dismissal of aiding and abetting institutional sales claim. Yeah, we just talked about that. All right, cool. Wait, hold on. Did we talk about that? Hold on, I need to read these here. Okay. All right, and then also to Ripple and SEC intend to meet and discuss potential briefing schedule with respect to the pending issue in the case violation securities laws related to institutional sales of XRP. So the only thing that XRP got hit or that Ripple got hit for was the institutional sales. So there's going to be a little bit of an issue there. Okay, fine. Cool. XRP is not a security and it's not a security on the secondary market. But again, this wouldn't have happened if there were proper laws and regulations put into place. So this is a massive win for the entire industry. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care if you're a MaxiPad. I don't care if you're a Cardano or I don't care if you're Solana, Percent, Ethereum, whatever. This is a massive win for the industry. Big win. You should be happy. Doesn't matter if you don't like Ripple. If you don't like Ripple, cool. That's your business, dude. But you should give respect if you were in this industry because respect is earned. Decency is not. That's another thing I learned from Hotep Jesus. And now let's look at this. Let's look at this. This is from Mr. Don Deaton. Then this is a sad day. We're gonna talk about lbry. lbry Inc. is winding down. It's a company behind the lbry blockchain, and it's behind the blockchain, but it's not the actual blockchain shutting down. The blockchain will still be there. lbry Inc. originally announced a wind down plan on July 11th following a final court judgment in favor of the SEC. They have debts to the SEC, its legal team, and private debtor that cannot pay. SEC downgraded penalties against lbry from $22 million to $111,000 due to the company's financial situation. lbry vowed to fight back in a potential appeal probably, and they won't do that now. I doubt that they will. They're winding down. It literally says in their tweet here. lbry is winding down. The network is unaffected. Odyssey and other assets will still undergo legal process to satisfy debts. lbry staff, including employees, executive board members, have resigned to focus on satisfying outstanding legal requirements. What is lbry? lbry was the business. It was I believe it's Odyssey. I changed it to Odyssey now. It was a decentralized streaming platform. So you can pretty much do and say what you needed to say. They had a sale and it was just way too early. I think it was 2016, 2017. And I had my bag of lbry was on Cryptopia. But how sad that the SEC killed this small business. They killed them. How sad is that? And they forced them to shut down. So those people that were employed by lbry, no more. Content creators on there, no more. But that's okay to do, right? That's okay. It's okay to pick on small businesses, right? That's very American of us. Over 1.7 million identities and 30 million pieces of content have been published to lbry blockchain. As long as the lbry blockchain continues to be mined, those identities and records will continue to exist. The content itself is not published on chain and requires nodes to function. If Odyssey chooses to stop utilizing lbry, then content is not actively seeded and others will stop being available. Odyssey is a lbry social media app. They continue to serve more than 6 million people each month. CoinGecko rates it as the most popular Web3 social media site in the world. lbry said it's unclear if Odyssey will continue to use the lbry network in the future or switch to another network or switch to being a traditional Web2 platform. Probably going to end up going away. So with that being said, this is a sad day in America. You destroyed a business. People lost their jobs. You harmed an entire industry, and you're proud of yourself. Instead of saying, you know what, you didn't do this sale right, so let's go ahead and refund everything you got, and let's redo it. Let's redo it. Do it the right way. But no, you can't do that because we're a bunch of a-holes. And we don't care because we have more money than God. We have more resources than God. So we are going to hurt you, and we're going to stick it to you until we can't stick it to you anymore. And we're going to destroy your livelihood, because that's how you break a man down, is you destroy their livelihood. But that's okay. That's the American way, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So that's where we are in the world. TikTok is busy in the chat today. Awesome. Shout out to KennyO. Yeah, I've got the cam flipped over because when I have it over, I can read it and read the chat, and then people report me. So we just leave it flipped that way. Unfortunately, I can't do it. So y'all want to come watch me, then you can come to YouTube. I get in trouble over there. So John Dean said to this, Gary Gensler is refusing to estimate the CCP operatives who've defrauded American investors, but he can say he bankrupted lbry, an American board company who never committed a single act of fraud or misrepresentation against a single American investor. So that's what happened. It's a sad day. But who cares? Now let's go ahead and talk about Grayscale. It's from James Sifilart. Grayscale ETF case, final word coming in federal court as SEC loss formalized. Grayscale is waiting for a federal court tomorrow or soon after to formalize this defeat handed to the SEC 2 months ago related to the dispute over the spot Bitcoin ETF conversion. Incoming federal court action will close the case legally, setting Grayscale's win in stone, which is good. However, we've talked about it on the show. Grayscale is a sister company of Digital Currency Group and Genesis. And if any funds were mingled, it could impact Grayscale. So maybe the SEC, well, I'll post a video for you all. I think it's dropping today. The point of the matter of fact, though, is that we've wasted, how much money have we wasted on all these court cases? But guess what? We can't track it. We can't track to see how much money we've wasted in all these court cases against the SEC because you can't track fiat. Okay. Anyways, I digress. So that's good news. But I think we're going to get the BlackRock spot ETF first. But let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Gary Gensler's brother, because he's got a twin brother. His brother's actually more handsome than him. I still wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't let him hit. No, thank you. No, sir. No, ma'am. But let's talk about it. I'm going to go on Ben's Crypto Crossfire. I think I booked myself for next week. I didn't have time this week. We need 200 likes. Let's read this story. This is important. All right. So Gensler's brother, who is a global fund manager at a firm that was allegedly considering into Ethereum in 2021. So basically what it says, we found out that Gary Gensler has a twin brother who is a global fund manager and for a firm that was considering investing into Ethereum back in 2021. This is the same time Ripple XRP is drawn out in a lawsuit against the SEC. It's also up here, he says, you remember the time we found out Mark Ellis was involved in the whole ETH pass scandal that robbed crypto investors on the Ethereum blockchain? And remember when Mark Ellis represented FTX, SBF, and his parents? All the while, FTX fraud, money laundering, illegal campaign donations took place in coordinated the crash of the crypto markets was happening. And then a private one-on-one meeting with Gary Gensler, this SEC commissioner, had with SBF before the crypto market. And remember how Gary Gensler and Mark Ellis worked together on Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign? So again, the person that's in power's brother could have been affiliated in something illegal. We know the current sitting president accepted money from Sam Bankman-Fried. Other public servants did too. The current sitting president put Gensler into power. You can't deny those things, but it happened. But people will get mad and they'll use a low IQ and they'll get pissed off and say, well, you X, Y, and Z. So Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin robbed his earliest employees of value of stock awards that drew them to his blockchain firm, ex-workers allege. I think I met him somewhere. I don't remember. So they sued Lubin, accusing him of leaving workers with worthless shares in a Swiss holding company called Consensus AG by shuffling assets, including MetaMask, out at the end. 2020, Lubin arranged to have those assets transferred to a new U.S. company, making shares held the employees nearly worthless. The current version of Consensus has raised at least $726.7 million from investors, is valued at more than $7 billion. That's legal. That's legal. And again, SEC is not investigating Ethereum. Why? Thank God blockchain's public. We're able to see all the crazy stuff that's happening with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. So hopefully you can see that with Ethereum too. I still have big bags of Ethereum and I can't wait to dump it. 10,000. I think it'll go up to 10,000 because we got all the grifters there. So I can't wait to dump it. When we hit 10,000, I'm out. Not all of it. I'll keep a moon bag. Maybe I'll keep 100 or something like that. But it is what it is. Now let's talk about unusual whales. We love the unusual whaley whale. He's so cute. They're so cute over there. This is a leaked chat from Caroline Ellison and SBF. When Binance learned of Alameda's balance sheet, they decided to liquidate their FTT. Caroline Ellison famously said they'd buy all Binance's FTT for $22 per token. Here's a conversation. What morons. This is so embarrassing and ghetto. Caroline Ellison, think I'm going to tweet at CZ that we will buy it all from him at $22. Any objections? Ben said, I can't imagine that would be bad. Bankman-Fried said, Sammy boy, her man that took her to Pound Town. I think the main point is just to counter the PR narrative here, and Binance probably won't take us up on it. I also think that the market is likely to buy more if we tweet it out, but I don't know. I'm about to tweet. FTT will go up. Guessing it makes sense to speed up, freeing up capital, seeing significant withdrawals. So basically, they tried to pump the market, and that's legal. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Crazy how the world works. Crazy. These crazy kids. They were just kids. They're almost 30, but they're just kids. But let's talk about this. The Treasury Department calls to crackdown on crypto mixers, claiming they're used for money laundering. And I put out a pretty good thread here. Well, I'll post. Let's read it. The U.S. Treasury Department is lazy when rather blame crypto and Bitcoin mixers and actually look into fiat for money by T people. Crypto and Bitcoin is not even 20 years old. The first U.S. mint was in 1974. The first U.S. mint was in 1794. Excuse me, I'm dyslexic. Crypto's 20 years old. Let's write. Where's my calculator? So 1794 minus 2023. So cash is like 200 years old. You still can't track it. Think about that. Use critical thinking, babies. You think about that. You think about it. 243 of you beautiful people, only 206 likes. Give me 269. We have 251 votes at the top. Will Bitcoin still at these levels stay at these levels for the rest of 2023? Can you guys just tell me what to eat, please? I want 269 likes. Give that to me. Oh, shout out to Kenny O. Thank you so much to Jerome for all the gifts on TikTok. Jerome, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Kenny, I appreciate you telling me that too. Oh, there's is that Princess? Princess is up in the chat too. But Kenny, let me know when these people give me lots of gifts, and I'll do the little, what do they call that? The yum yum ice cream thing. I'll do that. But that happened. That's real. Now we got this. Gosh, man, look at eggs. Eggs have jumped 49% in the past year per CBN. CNBC. Oh my. I'm going to go make some eggs after this. I'm a rich girl. And I'm going to take it too far because you don't have to rely on the old man's money. I guess I kind of am a little bit like Cher. The old people got that. Because I am a rich man. Oh, I'm not a rich man. I'm not a rich person. I'm just doing okay. Got a funny story about that. Once I could talk about it, ooh, you guys are I got the tea for y'all. The tea. The absolute tea. The absolute tea. The absolute tea. John got it. Princess got it. All right. So, but you know, we're not in a recession. Inflation is transitory, and your mom.com. Biden administration asked Congress for nearly $106 billion in supplemental funding for UI and border protection. Border protection should have been a thing a long time ago. Why? And we'll talk about it. And y'all could get mad at me and call me whatever it is you want to call me. So guess what? America's a melting pot. People come here. That's good. That's what we want. We want the best of each place in the world to come here, to want to come here. I don't want to pay money to incarcerate people in taxes. We have enough problems here. I do not want to pay money for anything unless somebody's like under duress. That's fine. Okay. I don't want to pay money for nobody's dusty sons. Okay. But you have to be protected there. Why do you need to be protected there? Because you have civilians that are in and out around places, and men, women, and children deserve to be safe. Okay. We need to have strong places. Like, we need to have strong borders. Important. With that being said, people get mad about that. It's a very sensitive topic. I could get it. I understand that. But two, do you lock your doors at night? Do you lock your doors at night? I do. Why? Because I don't want people I don't know coming into my house, because it'd be a problem. Okay. So I think it's okay to say, you know, we want to just make sure we know who you are before you come over, and we'll let you come over. Like, can you provide something for us? There's not a problem with that. I don't see a problem with that. I'm not going to let a handyman come in my house that doesn't know how to do the electrical stuff. But, you know, this is the type of world we're in. America's struggling. We got Mr. Daddy Newsom that's going away to go do photo ops places instead of dealing with the drug problem here, the mental health crisis, the homelessness. I don't know about y'all, but I looked to try to help my sister find a little condo, a teeny tiny condo, 970 square feet, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It is $465,000. It's in a bad place of town. The payment was like $3,000 a month, including the HOA. But you know, that's affordable, right? It's not affordable. So this is what we're dealing with in America. And I know people get mad at me, but what can I say? What can I say? Is what it is. Stock Bear, can I ask you, do you have everything on Dogecoin? I think Dogecoin is going to be cool. Just make sure you're diversified. Wendy, please don't destroy my manhood. I don't want to destroy your manhood. I'm going to destroy somebody else's later today. I need to get off the internet for today. I need to get off the internet for today. He's not watching anymore. As per usual, a universal basic income is being considered by Canada's government per Vice. Shout out to Canada. Tether will publish reserve data in real time in 2024. Tether has an excess 3.3 billion in reserves at the end of 2024. What does that mean? Probably nothing important. All right, let's read about it. Starting next year, Tether will publish real-time data about their reserves back in USDT. That's cool. Does the US government do it? No. During their last quarterly report, they had 3.3 billion in excess reserves as it was converted to USDT for US treasuries, of which it held 72.5 billion worth. Side note, it was fined by CFTC in 2021 on allegations that USDT was not fully backed by the majority of a 26-month period between 2016 and 2018. So what does this mean? So Tether got clipped by the CFTC and the NYAG and all these other agencies, so they started being more transparent. So I think that Tether does publish the proof of reserves, but now it's going to be in real time on the blockchain. And that's why we love blockchain technology, because it's public, it's open source, everybody can see it. Do we do that with cash? No. And we've had since 1794 to do so, but we can't do it. And on that note, I'm ending the show because it's Friday. And I have to get ready to talk at this thing, which I'm very blessed to do, though. Thank you so much to TikTok. Thank you so much to YouTube. You guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, set alerts, and get me up to 269. Take the show to Pound Town. And I'll be live tomorrow. And we got a video for you at 3:30 p.m. PST. But shout out to the entire crypto community. Today's a day of celebration. Sending y'all love and light. Bye-bye. Oh. Hold on. Thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the likes. Thank you so much for all the gifts. Bye-bye.